Okay, cool. So just started. Uh, to be honest, I don't have any script or any particular questions that I have to run through you. I because I want to make it as spontaneous and um, like I want to make it on the go. So could you start by sharing a little about like about your family? Like how many members are there in your family? Um,
Yeah, sure. I have my parents. I have two elder brothers, and one
okay,
is 27 years old, and the other is 23. And
okay,
yeah, and I have a little pet dog.
okay, cool. So you're the youngest one in the family.
Yes.
Okay, great. Hmm. And are all three of you living together with parents currently?
No, no. So Currently, I'm living like in my family. There are four members: my parents and my elder brother, who's 23 years old, and myself. And
Hmm.
my eldest brother actually got married, and due to some reasons, he got separated. So he's living with his own family somewhere else.
Okay, got it. Uh, and are you in touch with both of your brothers? Are you in touch with this brother, the eldest brother, who is living somewhere else?
Yes, I am, and he often visits me, so we are constantly in
Okay,
touch.
but are you guys like is he also well bonded with the family, or there's some conflict with the family?
Uh, to be honest, there's a lot of conflict, and he just, there are some formalities that you just need to visit your parents, your family members during festivals or
Yeah,
during special occasions. So it's the
yeah.
same in my family.
Okay, but when it comes to you, you have a good relationship with him, or is it also a formality for you?
Um, it is sort of a formality, I guess, because I do not have a really good bond with my eldest brother ever since my childhood, because when I was younger, he used to beat me a lot, and so I've got this. I was actually very scared of him earlier, but now as I'm growing up, I'm understanding things, so I'm quite comfortable with him. But uh, I'm also I also do not have a very good bond with him.
Got it. And what about your other brother? You guys are staying together currently, right? In the same family.
Yeah, we have a
Okay,
very good bond.
okay, okay. And he's close to 6 years older than you. Okay,
Yeah.
I am assuming he is in college, right? As of now.
No, he's completed his college and he's currently working in a photography company.
Okay, got it. Got it. Interesting. And he decided to stay with parents.
Yeah, he's also thinking about moving to some other place like Mumbai or Bangalore next year, but
Mhm.
apparently he's staying with us.
Acha, okay. Hmm. Okay. So, who do your parents love more, you or your brother? What do you think?
I think my dad loves me more and my mom loves my elder brother more.
Sorry, could you repeat that? Your dad loves you more.
Yeah, my dad loves
Acha,
me
okay.
more, and yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. And you are a student, right? I'm going to school right now, doing online classes, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you thought about taking up any stream going forward? Like, do you have any thoughts? Just usually, when students reach, I think ninth or 10th, they decide their streams and careers and kya karna hai. Do you have any thoughts on those fronts, or
So
are you still deciding?
I'm in class 12 right now, and
Acha, okay.
I
Hmm.
am a humanities student,
Okay.
and
Hmm.
I haven't really decided what I want to do after 12th. because I'm very confused. I keep talking to people who I think would help me out, and I also keep introspecting कि मुझे क्या चाहिए, मुझे क्या करना है. So yeah.
Hmm. Okay. And what about your brother? Is he also a humanities student, or did he take up something else?
He took up commerce. Both of my brothers took up commerce.
Okay. Was that in any way an influence to you, or how did you decide to take up humanities in 12th? I mean, in after 10th, sorry.
So uh, like till the beginning of class 10, I had totally decided that I'd take up science, and I also had good results in selection and my board exams. I got 93%. But what happened is that, mm, I don't know, I just changed my mind at the end moment, and instead of taking up science, I took up humanities because I just thought that that resonated very well with me as compared to science. So that is how I took up.
Yeah, but like I was trying to understand like what influenced you to take up humanities. Like so you mentioned that at the end moment you changed your mind, but there must be there must be some impetus to change your mind, correct? What
Yeah.
was that like?
So there were two reasons. Number one was that, till the time I was aiming at taking up science. I had thought to become a doctor, but
Mm-hmm.
um, during the end of my session when I was in class 10, I got this really great exposure when I was working at my brother's photography company, and
Mm-hmm.
I was working as a content writer there. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought that that experience where I was working as a content writer, that influenced me a lot, and I thought that I don't want to lead a life that a doctor leads. Like, doctors usually, like, मेरा ये perception है कि doctors की life बहुत ज़्यादा busy होता है कि um, most of the time is spent studying, and then they have their own chambers and hospitals and all of those things. So I didn't want to do that anymore. So this was one reason. And number two was that, when I told my parents that I was aiming to take up science, my elder brother, who's 23, he told me that, you just think about it, because you have humanities in your school, and not every school in Calcutta has that. So you also have great opportunity there. So just reflect upon your decision, think about it, and then I did that, and then I decided that I will take up humanities.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And did you also speak to a lot of other people before deciding to take up humanities? Because you mentioned that you speak to different people to get perspective and to understand
Yeah, yeah, I
what to
talked.
do and what not to do.
So my elder brother, he has a great friend circle. So I talked to his friends, and of course my elder brother himself. I also talked to my friends as to what they were doing, what they thought to do. I
Hmm.
spoke to my teachers, my tuition teachers, as well as school teachers, and some professors from universities. So all of them, there was one thing common, and all of them said that don't don't take this decision in a hurry. Otherwise, you have 2 years of your life, 11 and 12. So you don't want to waste it, right? You want to get good results so that ultimately you can get into a good college. So choose something that you enjoy doing, and yeah, that was it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So in this conversation, whenever I refer to elder brother, I would refer to the brother that you are staying with currently. Okay.
Okay.
So if I converse with your elder brother, who is of my age, uh, and if I were to speak about you, what would he tell me about you? What do you think he would tell me about you?
Okay. um I think, first of all, he would say that I'm passionate, because he often uh, says this to me. And so
Mm-hmm.
I would say that Aradhana is a passionate girl. I would also say that, although he, like my brother, thinks that I'm smart and all of that, but he also understands that I kind of become overconfident sometimes regarding my abilities. So he would definitely say that, because I've heard him say that to me a lot of times. And mm, and yeah, and also he would also say this, that he sees a lot of potential in me, because um, in whatever I choose to do, he always supports me. Like even before I came here, even before I decided to give this interview to you, I asked him whether I should go for this or not. And he was like, you should totally go for it. This is a great opportunity, and you're anyway sitting at home and studying all the time. So this would be a change for you. So,
Hmm. Okay. And who takes who takes the majority of decisions in your life currently? Your father, your elder brother, or is it like a collective decision, or is it you decide and then you tell them? How does it happen, the decision making?
okay, so whatever I decide regarding anything, I first converse with my elder brother, and then
Hmm.
he talks to my parents about it, because he's pretty good at convincing my parents about anything at all. So he speaks to my parents, and then uh, it is mostly followed by what my parents say, because we anyway can't do anything. मेरे पेरेंट्स जो चाहते हैं वही होता है at last. And
Okay.
sometimes, if like the matter is very critical or something, then my brother tries his best. But again, जो मेरे पापा और मम्मी कहते हैं वही होता है.
Hmm. And I am assuming that कुछ decisions में where money is involved.
Hmm.
For example, let's say if you want to buy something,
Hmm.
then who would you go to? Would you still turn to your elder brother, or and he would buy it for you, or he would convince your parents to buy it for you? How does that happen?
I would turn to my elder brother. Totally, he would always get me whatever I want.
Okay. Hmm. Got it. Okay, let's play. It's a very common game that Karan Johar plays, that rapid fire, right? You must have heard of it.
Yeah.
Wherein I pick a word, and you just tell me whatever comes to your mind when you hear that word. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. God.
Parents.
Okay. Job.
My dream.
Okay. Friends.
Mm, I don't know what to say to
It's
that.
it's okay. No problem. We can skip this. So whatever is something that's making you think, we can skip that. Okay.
Okay.
The idea is to basically it's for you to understand what is coming to your mind and what is there in your subconscious mind when you hear something. What comes to your mind? For example, um, if we say apple, the color red comes to my mind. Okay. But there are also green apples, right? When I say the word health, what comes to your mind?
Health. Meditation.
Okay. And meditation.
Meditation. Enlightenment.
Okay. Enlightenment.
Enlightenment. Peace.
Okay. Passion.
Fire.
Sorry, what was that? What did you say with respect to passion? I missed that.
Fire.
Fire. Okay. Hmm. Father. Dad.
um Hug.
Okay. Success.
Happiness.
Okay. Family.
Family. Priority.
Okay. Hmm. Mother. Mom.
Mother. Smile.
Okay. Work.
Sorry.
Work. WORK. Work.
Okay. Work. Passion.
Okay. Money.
Money. Goal.
Okay. Achievement.
Achievement. Satisfaction.
Okay. Beauty.
Beauty. Beauty.
Okay. Let's skip. Nature.
Nature. Tranquility.
Okay. Hobby.
Hobby. Writing.
Okay. Marriage.
Marriage. Can I skip this one?
Sure. And then did I ask you success?
Success. No, you didn't.
Okay. Success.
Success. Happiness.
Okay. Failure.
Failure. Lessons.
Okay. Elder brother.
Elder brother. Bond.
Bond.
Yeah.
Okay. Plants.
Plants. Water.
Okay. And I asked a job also, I think, right?
Yeah, you did.
What did you say with respect to job? I forgot.
I said my dream.
Okay, your dream. Okay. So is it like your dream job, or what exactly is what does
Yeah, my dream job.
your dream job? Okay, and what is that?
My dream job is to actually have my own startup, and also I also have this thing. I do not know whether I'll be able to achieve it or not. I also have this dream of becoming a very good writer.
Okay. Okay, so jobs. Then okay, so if so when I said job, you said your dream, but matlab it me basically what I tried to ask you was कि when you hear the word job or when you picturize jobs in your head, what comes to your mind? So the answer that you gave would probably be more apt when I say, let's say, dream or goal or ambition, right? Because that's something that you dream of, correct? Okay, got it. So, so job, when I say job, is it something that you despise? Is it something that you don't want to take up at all? How is it like?
Currently, it's something that I do not want to take up. Like because when I picture a job, I picture a routine thing that one needs to do from 9 to 5, something like that. So that's something that I probably don't want to do.
Okay, got it. And you mentioned that your elder brother runs his own startup. Is that correct? His own business in the field of photography.
No, he's working in a photography company. He's a photographer.
Got it. And then when you said that I interned or I had some experience working with him
Yes.
in the same company where he is working?
Yes, in the same company.
Okay, got it. So where did you get this dream of starting your own startup? Because I don't see you being influenced by your brother. So how did this dream came about?
So this I have this dream since the past couple of months, and Also, I've been watching a lot of videos of Ranveer Labadia,
Hmm.
and I also have a few friends who are interested in having their own startup, and so we came up with this plan that have you heard of Malhar Kalambe, who has this Beach Please campaign?
No, I have not. Sorry.
So he has his own campaign in Mumbai,
Acha.
where he goes to beaches to clean them.
Okay.
And so we had the same thing in mind, that we can do a similar thing here. And
Oh, is that the person who took the initiative for the longest beach clean drive? The guy who got
yeah, the same person, yes.
Acha. Okay. Now he's doing it for all other beaches, kya? I did not know.
I don't guess so. He's not doing for all other beaches.
I think, but that initiative was more like a social service, right? Was it a for-profit venture or something that he created? I'm not sure about that.
Uh, Actually, he came on this MTV show called Roadies, and as far as I remember, he said that he, along with his friends, decided that why not do something for a change, and start somewhere which will be very accessible to them. So that's what they did. They started cleaning beaches in Mumbai, and it slowly became a huge campaign.
So you were planning to do something similar with your friends. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. But isn't that more like a social service? Like how are you going? Have you thought of making money? Like what is okay? When I say the word startup, what comes to your mind?
Doing something value adding.
Okay. Got it. Okay, interesting. Okay, and if I ask you, like, what are you driven by as a person? Like, what moves you from inside? What would that be?
Something that really inspires me is that I'm from a middle class family, so I have seen a lot of people suffering as to whenever I also write poems. So whenever I upload my poems somewhere, or whenever they're published somewhere, I've received this feedback that a lot of people could relate to it, and a lot of my poems are based on struggles. So I have this thing that whatever I write, I want it to be helpful to others. I want to help as much people as I can, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. But got it. But you want to help as many people as you can, and you write a lot of poems that other people can relate to, and most of these poems are on struggle. So what drives you to write these poems? Is it that you yourself can relate to their suffering, and that's why you pen those down in the form of words? But what really motivates you from inside to capture the suffering in the form of words? And it could be other things as well. It might not be just with respect to your writings. It could be, for example, when I say what drives you, what I'm trying to understand is that on a day-to-day basis, when you observe yourself, when you observe your actions throughout the day, okay, throughout the week, you would see yourself returning to certain actions and certain behaviors, certain patterns over a period of time. And then you could probably tell me ki acha, I'm doing this consistently, or I'm doing this repeatedly on a very frequent basis, and which means that I must be driven by something out of it. Otherwise, why would I be doing it? Correct? So,
Yes.
So what are those activities, or what are those things that you find yourself consistently returning to, and from that we can find out what are you driven by. Because जो भी आप activity कर रहे हो, there must be something that you're getting out of it. Otherwise, why would you be doing it? So what are those activities that you find yourself consistently returning to?
So, if I talk about writing, I write almost every day, and as you yourself said that I can myself relate to whatever I'm writing. A part of it is that, and another important point is that like whenever I write something and I receive good feedback from people, I have this how should I say?
I got it. Let me ask you this: if you continue to write, and if you stop getting all the feedback and positive comments and all the good words from people, will you still be writing? That's something that I'm very interested to know.
Yeah, I would still be writing because I love writing.
Yeah, but imagine that you write. Okay, so right now you're writing, but you're putting it out on where? You're putting it out on Instagram, let's say. I don't know where you're putting it out.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Okay, your Instagram. In Instagram, it's a public page and it's something that everyone can see. But imagine that you write it. You could also write the same thing in a diary, right? In a journal, in a private journal. But do you do that currently?
Yes, I do that, but not very often.
So what does this tell you?
Maybe the fact is that I'm writing more to get appreciation from people.
That might be one of the reasons. See, what I'm trying to understand is, if you were truly driven by the act of just writing, okay, then you would also continue to write as much in your private diary or in your private journal or in a private blog. But if your frequency of writings are more in a public page or on Instagram, where it's an open page where others can see and they can like and they can comment, that also tells that you are partly also driven by the feedback that you receive from other people, and that kind of also motivates you to write more.
Right.
So if one sudden day you stop receiving all the feedback and all the positive comments and likes, your interest or your motivation might go away, and that's something that you need to also experiment and see. Okay, I understood. You write and you are motivated by the feedback that you receive. But how does that make you feel? Like when you're writing in the process, have you heard? I was speaking to this girl. Okay, she's 15 years old, and we had a similar conversation. We talked about certain activities, and she told me that there are certain activities where she just feels like the time has stopped. Okay, and she does not care about anything else in the world at that point of time. So at the time of writing, how do you feel about it? What comes to your mind when you write? How do you feel about it, and what happens after you finish writing? Can you describe a little about the process of your writing?
Yeah, sure. If you would ask me the primary reason why I write, that would be to express everything that I feel. And whenever I write, I have this thing of obviously like writing in a peaceful place, and writing makes me feel very very important. Not from other people's perspective, from my own perspective, that I'm able to express what I'm feeling right now, whether it be a feeling of remorse or happiness. It can be anything. So writing gives me peace, and after I complete writing, I often do not show it to anyone, or sometimes I also do not upload it on Instagram. That's just for my own self, and that's how writing makes me feel. It makes me really happy from within.
Got it. And do you also critique your own writing, that hey, this is not something that is worthy of uploading, or this is something that that people may not like? Do you also feel like that in certain scenarios? Because
yes, sometimes I do.
Okay. Because I asked you because you yourself mentioned that I sometimes keep my writings to myself and don't show it to the public. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. Got it. Okay. You primarily write to okay, and understood. You write to express yourself, and you told me that you share a good bond with your brother. Um,
Yes.
do you also express everything to him, or there are some things that you keep to yourself?
There are some things which I keep to myself.
And do you express those things through your writings, or do you still keep certain things to yourself and don't express at all?
Some of those things I express to my writing, and some of them I keep to myself.
Okay, got it. Hmm. So what does your typical day look like? Like apart from the common everyday things that everyone does, you attend online classes. What else do you do? And you write. You told me. Is there anything
Yes.
else that you engage in?
So I wake up early and I meditate. And after meditating for about 15 to 20 minutes, I read a book. Like currently, I'm reading this book by Jay Shetty. It's called Think Like a Monk. I've just started reading that, and I attend online classes. And yes, so there's this thing that my mom told me that I've been using my phone a lot during lockdown. I sit with my parents at least for 1 hour, 1 to 1.5 hours to talk to them about my life after 12th, about where I want to go after 12th and everything else, about how their day has been and everything else. And I write, and I also sometimes when I'm in the mood, I speak to my friends.
Got it. Do you believe that your friends are deceptive?
Yes, I do.
Hmm. Okay. And how did you get into this practice of meditation? Do you follow some techniques or methods? What influenced you into meditation?
When I used to go to school earlier, like before lockdown, we had this thing in school. We used to disperse at 2:35. So from 2:25 to 2:30 p.m. We used to meditate each and every single day. And I had my physics teacher who told me to. I told her that I'm not able to focus all of my energy when I'm meditating, and my thoughts wander off to a lot of things. So she taught me this breath-based meditation. She said that whenever you breathe while meditating, whenever you breathe in, count 1, and whenever you exhale, count 2. So, and you need to keep doing this for 5 minutes. So I keep doing that, and I'm still continuing this. And as I told you that I see Ranveer sir's videos, Ranveer Labadia. So in one of his meditation videos, he had said that he meditates for 1 hour. So that's my goal currently. I've been meditating. So currently, I'm able to meditate for 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. And is it like a guided meditation or just breathing? The breathing technique that you described is what you do?
Yes.
Okay. This is really interesting. A few more students that I spoke to, they also told me that school में meditation सिखा रहे हैं, so which is interesting. And did you have this as a subject in school, or how was it?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I'm saying, did you have meditation as part of a subject, or was it a teacher taught you just to help you focus better?
No, my physics teacher taught me in class 10 just to help me focus better.
Got it. And this was inside school or a tuition teacher?
No, inside school.
Okay, great. Okay. Hmm. This is pretty awesome. And what do your parents think about this whole idea of you meditating? Does your brother also meditate, or only you do it?
No, no one in my family meditates except me. I've tried to ask my mom. I've requested her a lot of times, but she doesn't. She just says that she doesn't have the time to do it.
Okay. And how has meditation helped you? How long have you been doing it, and what benefits do you see so far? Or how has it helped you so far?
I've been meditating since I was in class 10, so 2 years. And meditation has helped me in two things that troubled me a lot earlier. They still trouble me, but a lot lesser than they did earlier. Number one was that I already told you, to focus all of my thoughts on one thing. To focus all of my thoughts on one thing. And number two was that before I started meditating regularly, I had this notion in mind that people who meditate, like during meditation, there is no activity. But as I've been meditating, I've realized this, that there's actually a lot of activity going on inside your mind while you're meditating. So that helps. And to be very honest, I often used to fall asleep while I started meditating earlier when I was in class 10. So that hasn't been happening since the past 1 year. So I've learned to keep my mind active also when I'm meditating. That's a big takeaway from it.
Got it. But what does your mom tell you when you meditate? What are her thoughts when it comes to seeing you meditate? What does she tell you about it, or your father, for that matter, or your brother?
My dad doesn't really say anything. He's just okay with whatever I'm doing. And my mom, sometimes she doesn't take it seriously. Like whenever I'm meditating in my room or near my terrace, she just comes and asks me कि मतलब खाने में क्या बनाना है, and she needs some help. So she doesn't take it very seriously.
Got it. And what about your elder brother?
Oh, he too doesn't take it seriously. He's the same.
Okay. That must be very disappointing for you.
Yes.
And you said that your dad allows you to do whatever you want to do. What about him? Does he take it seriously?
Are you talking about meditation?
Yeah. Only with respect to meditation.
He doesn't really say anything about it. Like if I go to him this instant and tell him that I have this habit of meditating, I really don't know whether he's actually aware of it or not. But he just knows that I do meditate, and he's quite okay with it.
But does he disturb you while you do it, or does he not disturb?
No, he doesn't. He never disturbs me during meditation.
Okay. Understood. And okay. And when it comes to you specifically, okay, what is your father's greatest worry? What do you think?
My father's greatest worry would be to see all of us, to see my elder brother and myself being financially stable and doing something good in life.
Okay. Got it. And is it the same for your mother, or is it something different?
No, I think it's the same for my mom as well.
Okay. Okay. And does your elder brother worry about you in any way, in any sense, as well?
I think he does when it comes to my career after 12. Because he keeps telling me very often that I should already be sure of what I want to do, when actually I'm not sure of it. And he's always like, you need to decide it very quickly. your college admissions are going to begin very soon, so you need to do it.
Acha.
So he's worried about that.
Okay, got it. What about you? What do you think about the whole thing?
With respect to this,
Yeah.
with respect to
But
my elder brother getting worried, I think it's solely because he worries about my future, about my well-being, about what I want to do. So that is why he.
no, I'm not talking about your elder brother worrying. I'm talking about this particular context that you need to decide everything right now, and you need to figure out what you want to be doing. Otherwise, it's gonna be too late for you. What are your thoughts? Are you also trying to, yeah, that's the question. What are your thoughts on that, on this aspect of worry?
I am not in a rush, to be honest. I want to give myself sufficient time because of course, I want to go to a good college and do something good after 12th, but I also do not want to be in a hurry and take a decision that I'll regret later. So I think I just give myself sufficient time to figure out what I want to do.
But अभी तो शुरू में when I asked you that who takes the majority of your decisions in your family, you said that your father decides. जो भी
my parents.
जो भी parents चाहते हैं वो होता है. तो फिर टेंशन लेके क्या ही फायदा? Because ultimately your parents will decide for you, right?
Yeah, that's true. But so I told my parents that I have three options of places that I want to go after 12.
Okay.
And those three options are Bangalore, Pune, and Delhi.
Okay.
So they said their first thought was they're not sending you outside anywhere.
Achha.
And my elder brother convinced them, as I said, that he's pretty good at convincing them. So he told them that he's always been, he's 60 and he's always been in Calcutta. He's never gone out. Of course, he's traveled to a lot of places, but he hasn't gone out to work or to study somewhere. So he said that he doesn't want the same thing to happen to me. So my parents said that it is my responsibility. It is my responsibility to achieve a good result at first, to score good marks. So after I score good marks, they'll think about it, they said.
Okay.
So I think there's some scope there, that is why.
Got it. Okay, and when it comes to you, what does your parents complain about the most? I mean, you could also talk about individually, like your mom and dad individually, and you could also talk about like collectively.
One thing that both of my parents complain about is me using my mobile phone.
Okay.
That's probably the only thing that they complain about together.
Okay.
And when it comes to my mom, she complains a lot about me not working hard enough. She's always like, "तुम्हारे में potential बहुत है, लेकिन तुम काम नहीं करती." And that's what my teachers also say in school. Okay. Like in every damn parent-teacher meeting, they say the same thing. And then my dad, he doesn't really complain about anything else other than me using my mobile phone.
Acha. And what do you think about it, not working hard wala aspect?
If you'd asked me this before lockdown, I'd say that I was giving my 100%. But now that I'm always in my comfort zone at my home and attending classes from here, I do think that I do not give my 100% all the time.
But why is it that pre-lockdown you said that you were giving your 100%, you were working hard, but still your parents and teachers would say that you have a lot of potential, but you don't work hard? Why this contradiction?
Maybe my results in school are not meeting their expectations of me. That is why, because I think I've been a good student throughout, in my school life. So my parents expect me to do better in each and every exam and in each and every single feedback test that's taken. And sometimes like there are instances when I'm not prepared for the test, when I'm not revised well, or when I'm sleep deprived, due to which I'm not able to perform well in the exam. So I think that might be the reason I'm not meeting their expectations.
And what are your expectations from yourself?
I keep telling this to myself every day that like no matter what happens, no matter what has happened earlier and what is happening presently, I just want to make it big in life. And I feel like I know I can do it, but although I'm not sure of what I want to do post 12, but I just know that I want to do something great, something big, and that's what I expect of myself. That like out of all the people who are like my parents are there, my teachers are there, who think that I'm not making up to their expectations. I just think that I first need to prove it to myself about what my strengths are and how strong I am, like mentally as well as physically, and that's how I'll go about it.
Okay. And when you say make it big,
Okay,
and so can you give me a few examples of some people that you know who have made it big, so that I just understand what making it big means to you? Like, are you inspired by any people, or you look up to some people that you would like to, that you might want to be like, or do you want to be like a totally different person? I don't know, but I'm just asking you what making it big means to you.
The two people who I really look up to in real life, like in my daily life, one would be my dad and the other would be my elder brother, because he really inspires me. And other than that, two content creators rather, who really inspire me would be Ranveer sir and Ankush sir.
Okay. Who is the other content creator? Ankush?
Ankur Variku.
Acha, Ankur Variku. Okay, got it. Okay. What do you admire in your elder brother? What do you look up to?
So my elder brother has this he has this drive that no matter what, so I'll just give you an example. When my brother was in class 12 and he wanted to take up photography, so he wanted to do bachelor's in media science. So my parents were not quite convinced then, but still my brother assured them of everything, that you needn't worry, I'll be financially stable in the future. So that's what my brother did. And even today, even right now, he's not at home. He's always working. Like even on Sundays, he's working day and night. He has these shoots that go on till 3 to 4 a.m. and then he returns home at 6 a.m. and then again he has to go to his office at 11 a.m. So there's this perseverance that he has. There's this grit that he has that I really admire in him.
Okay. And if I had to ask you, can you tell me something that you got from your father or admire in your father? What is that thing that you look up to in your father?
Okay, so one thing that I really look up to in my father would be his stubbornness. It's like no matter what happens, he has his own business and he's also into some construction company work and all of that. So no matter what happens, if there are days in business when his deals do not go well and people do not behave very well. So, but he doesn't get very upset very easily. So that's what I admire. And number two, that I said, stubbornness. He has this thing that no matter what, he will do what he says. And that's one thing that I really admire in my dad, and I also aspire to achieve one day.
And is there something that you have already picked up from your father or your elder brother so far?
I think I'm picking up this habit from my dad to be peaceful in all situations. Like when even if I'm angry or even if I'm sad, to not get carried away by my emotions. To just remain stable, have a stable mindset, and just do what I think is right.
Got it. Okay, and what about your mother? Is there anything that you admire in her?
With respect to my mom, okay, there's this one thing that no matter how badly people have behaved with her in the past, she's always been caring towards everyone, like every single one. And I often ask her that, why do you even do this? Like you will not get anything out of it, but still you're being nice to them. So why is this so? And she's always like, you shouldn't treat people like they are. You should treat them like you are. So that's one thing that I really admire in her.
Okay. Okay, and if I ask you what is your greatest achievement so far, what would you say?
Okay, so I would say that I've had this fear of I have this stage fright that so I took part in this in my school's event where I was the MC, and there were 2,000 people in the auditorium where this event happened. It was a quiz competition, and also it was a quiz competition. So I was the MC, and there were 2,000, approximately 2,000, I think, people. And as I told you that I already have stage fright, I tried to conquer it like in that particular moment. Although I still do have stage fright. That's one thing that I think is one of my greatest achievements, or probably my greatest achievement.
Got it. And when it comes to your greatest failure, what would you say?
Greatest failure.
Or failure. It might not be very great, but failure, yeah.
Can I tell you about two failures?
Of course.
So, okay, this might sound silly, but one would be to cheat in an exam. So, like whenever I used to go for an exam in school, my parents always used to tell me कि जितना आता है उतना लिख देना, लेकिन मतलब पहले तो प्रिपेयर अच्छे से करो, जितना आता है उतना अच्छे से लिखना, लेकिन उसके बाद just don't cheat, don't look at other people's answer scripts. But I did do that once in my maths exam in class 9. So that's one thing that I'm ashamed of.
But did you get away or not? Sorry, I am interrupting, but this is a really interesting point that you raised. I just want to know whether you got caught or you got away.
No, I got away with it.
Acha.
So
मेरी क्या tension है? Okay, the second one?
The second one would be due to the matters that have earlier happened in my family. I think that I've not been a very good daughter for my father, with respect to my father.
Okay, and why do you say that?
Okay, so I just think that I should have told him some things at a particular point of time, which I actually didn't. I was very scared to tell him.
Okay.
And that's why. Like today, I think that if I would have said that to my dad at that particular moment, that might have made things worse temporarily, but it would have been good in the longer run. But I didn't say that because I was too scared of my dad getting angry and things becoming worse at my home. So.
Okay, but did you tell your elder brother?
No, I didn't even tell him.
Okay. And if you had to rewind that, or if you had to go back and change some parts of it, would you tell it to your like your entire family? Would you tell it only to your elder brother? Would you tell it only to your dad, or would you tell both of them? How would you treat the entire incident? How would you handle it?
If I would get a chance to correct things, I would definitely tell my dad what I would have said to him earlier, and yeah, that's it. I wouldn't have told my mom about it because it was about her actually. So and I also wouldn't have involved my elder brother in it because like although I told you that he's very hardworking, he's very good, but he's also very childish. So I really do not know how he would have reacted to it, but I would have definitely told my dad.
Okay, got it. Cool. I think I have covered pretty much whatever. Another thing that I really wanted to know was that, like as of now, what would you say is your current pursuit? Like, what are you pursuing currently in life? Is it that you're trying to figure out, from what I have heard so far, is it something? Is it that you're trying to figure out what you would like to do next? Like with respect to your career, is that your current pursuit, or is writing your current pursuit, or is meditation your current pursuit, enlightenment for that matter? What would you say is your current pursuit in life?
So number one would be what you yourself said, that I'm trying to figure out what I want to do post 12th. Number two would be it wouldn't be writing, it would be just preparing myself, like personal development stuff, like improving my communication skills and meditating for longer durations for my mental well-being, and also physical fitness to some extent.
Got it. Cool. I think I have covered whatever I wanted to know. I have a fair understanding of your thoughts, the way you think, your feelings, your relationship with your family, and I just wanted to thank you for your time. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Otherwise, I am pretty much, I have covered all the aspects that I wanted to know from you.